Think you've seen it all when it comes to food? Get ready because today we're taking you on a journey through some of the most disgusting and nasty foods people actually eat. From wriggling creatures to an egg embryo, these dishes will definitely test your stomach. But guess what? These foods aren't just survival meals, many are delicacies loved by locals. Curious yet? Stick around because you won't believe what people are willing to put on their plates. Could you handle it? Let's dive in. First up, we're heading to Mexico to taste a dish that's been consumed since the time of the Aztecs, Eskimos, also known as insect caviar. What looks like a scoop of rice is actually ant larvae harvested from the roots of agave plants. Found in central Mexico, Eskimos are a beloved delicacy, often fried with butter, garlic, and spices before being served in tacos or alongside guacamole. The texture is delicate and slightly creamy, while the taste is nutty and buttery. Eskimos are surprisingly mild and don't have any strong odors. But for many first-time eaters, the idea of eating ant eggs is more than enough to trigger a sense of disgust. Once you get past the thought of eating larvae, Eskimos are actually quite popular, even among tourists looking for an authentic Mexican experience. High in protein and considered an environmentally sustainable food source, these ant eggs are a regular feature in some of the top restaurants in Mexico City. So could you see yourself biting into a taco filled with insect caviar? Now let's go to Taiwan, where street food reigns supreme. But among the grilled meats and sweet desserts, there's one dish that stands out for its shock factor: pig blood cake. This traditional Taiwanese snack is made from pig's blood and sticky rice, steamed until firm and then skewered for easy eating. The combination may sound strange, but to locals, pig blood cake is a beloved street food, packed with flavor and texture. The blood and rice mixture creates a dense, chewy texture, while the peanuts and cilantro add a burst of flavor with every bite. It's often served with a side of soy sauce for extra saltiness. While pig's blood might not be the most appealing ingredient, the taste is actually quite mild. The sticky rice balances out the richness of the blood, creating a savory snack that's filling and surprisingly addictive. In Taiwan, it's a common street food found at night markets, where locals grab a skewer on the go. Next, we fly to Italy, where we encounter something that might leave you squirming in your seat. Meet casumarzu, also known as maggot cheese. This Sardinian delicacy is not just any cheese. It's fermented with live larvae that help break down the fats, turning it into a soft, spreadable consistency. And yes, the maggots are very much alive when you eat it. The live maggots are what give casumarzu its unique taste: sharp, tangy, and rich. Some people remove the maggots before eating, but true fans, they eat the maggots along with the cheese. The larvae can jump up to 6 inches, so if you ever try it, make sure you protect your face. But believe it or not, this dish is a local treasure in Sardinia, passed down through generations. How about you? Ready to spread some maggot-filled cheese on your bread? Next up, we're traveling to Canada, where some of the most unexpected parts of animals are turned into dishes that may surprise you. Enter jellied moose nose, a traditional dish among indigenous communities in the Yukon and Northwest Territories. While the name may sound strange, this dish is exactly what it says: the boiled nose of a moose, served chilled and jellied. The process of making jellied moose nose is quite labor-intensive. First, the nose is thoroughly cleaned and then boiled to remove the hair. It's then boiled again with onions, garlic, and spices until the meat becomes tender. Once cooked, the nose is sliced, placed in a dish, and covered with broth to set into a jelly-like consistency. While it may not be the most visually appealing dish, jellied moose nose is rich in flavor and considered a delicacy by those who grew up eating it. The texture is a mix of chewy and gelatinous, similar to a cold terrine or head cheese. And despite its unusual appearance, it's packed with protein and collagen. It may not be for everyone, but it's a unique part of Northern Canadian cuisine that's worth trying for those feeling adventurous. Street food in Thailand is renowned for its vibrant flavors and fresh ingredients, but some stalls offer something a bit more daring. How about a crispy fried scorpion on a stick? Yes, scorpions are a popular street food snack in Thailand, especially in Bangkok's famous Khao San Road. They're deep-fried until crunchy, seasoned with salt or spices, and eaten whole. While it may look intimidating, locals love this snack for its protein content and unique crunch. And surprisingly, it's not as terrifying as it seems. The flavor is often described as nutty, similar to fried shrimp shells. Next, we're off to South Korea to try a snack that's as bizarre as it is nutritious: biondagi, or silkworm pupae. Found in street markets across the country, these little critters are often served boiled or steamed in their own broth. Locals, it's a nostalgic treat often eaten with a toothpick. But for visitors, the sight of steaming insect larvae is enough to turn stomachs. The texture of biondagi is what makes it so polarizing. It's soft and slightly chewy, with a distinct earthy flavor. While the taste itself isn't strong, the visual and textural experience can be off-putting for first-timers. Still, for many Koreans, biondagi is a beloved snack, often eaten on the go or at home while watching TV. Surprisingly, silkworm pupae are high in protein and low in fat, making them a healthy snack option. They've been consumed in Korea for centuries and are said to have a number of health benefits. So if you're ever in South Korea and feeling adventurous, why not try a cup of biondagi? Just be prepared for that first squishy bite. And finally, we arrive at one of the most notorious street foods in the world, balut from the Philippines. A dish that's not only an iconic street food in the Philippines, but also a test of courage for many. Stick around to find out what makes this dish so popular and why some people absolutely love it, while others are too afraid to take a bite. But one thing is for sure, balut is not your typical snack. Balut has been enjoyed in the Philippines for centuries, and it's more than just a snack. It's a cultural icon. The dish consists of a fertilized duck egg that's been incubated for about 14 to 21 days, leaving the embryo partially developed. Inside, you'll find a partially developed embryo, complete with tiny feathers, bones, and all. It's considered a delicacy in the Philippines, where it's often enjoyed with a pinch of salt or vinegar. To locals, it's a high-protein snack packed with nutrients. But for most visitors, the sight alone can be overwhelming. So, what does it taste like? It's described as rich and savory, with the yolk tasting similar to a normal egg, but the embryo adding a more complex texture. Would you be brave enough to crack open a balut and take a bite? Balut isn't just a local favorite. It has gained international attention as one of the most daring and controversial foods in the world. Some find it strange, even disgusting, while others appreciate its unique flavors and cultural importance. Balut continues to intrigue people across the globe. Well, there you have it, the most disgusting and bizarre foods that people around the world actually eat. From maggot cheese to a fertilized duck egg, these delicacies challenge our ideas of what's edible and what's not. But remember, what may seem nasty to some is a beloved dish to others. So which of these daring foods would you try? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another bizarre food adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world of food.